Welcome back to another episode of the Hear Us Out podcast, where we have an honest conversation about life and answer your burning questions. Today, we are going to talk about finding our personality, a phase all of us went through, and maybe for some still are. My name is Heidi, and here with me today are
Jenais.
Hi, I'm Juliana.
Hi, I'm Maddie.
Hello, I'm Madeline.
Okay, so since we seem to begin with this as a consistent part of our podcast, let's begin with our highs and lows. So who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Okay, so since Thanksgiving is coming up and I don't really have any highs and lows for this week, everything's been pretty much the same. I'm going to say 3 things that I'm thankful for. Number 1 being having enough money and food, having enough money to go buy food and groceries and be well fed, not having to starve, something that we all have, but there's many people that don't have it, and I'm actually very thankful for that. So, Number 3 is thankful for everyone that I've ever had a conversation with during quarantine, and even outside quarantine, but mostly during quarantine, because I don't know what I would do if I didn't have people to talk to. Don't know what I would do if I didn't have people to talk to.
Same though. Yeah.
So who wants to go next?
I guess I can go next.
You can go, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna continue Marieli's precedent for having like a device with me, because I know with like the coronavirus, everything's online, and I'm very fortunate to have a laptop and a phone and an iPad to work on. So I think that has definitely helped. And I think fast internet connection, I think the weather's been pretty good, and I think those are my 3 highs.
Yay to that. I'm excited for that Friday.
Me too.
So I guess I'll go
Okay.
next.
Maddie?
Oh,
All right, well, does anyone want to go first?
I can go.
All right.
Should I?
All right.
Should I go?
Just go.
Okay. I'm gonna say, okay, so my high is also that we have next Friday off, and my low is that wait, why do I see? The thing is, I always my low is that I had a super hard project for my history class. Yes.
A funny story about that. You sent a text in the chat saying, like, I don't remember exactly what it was.
Oh, I was like, I don't like my story.
Yeah, you don't like your story, and I thought you were talking about your Snapchat story.
Yeah, I was supposed to write a story for history, and I thought it was boring, and she was like, your Snapchat? I was like, no. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yep.
Julie, you
Julie, do you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go next. So for my high, I have been in the house in quarantine for like pretty much most of the time. So I'm finally going to dance in person, and I have class with one of my best friends since like we were like 3. So that's really great. We finally got to see each other. Saw each other like 3 times this week. It was great. I don't know. Things have been really cool. I don't know. I've been becoming better friends with a lot of people. A lot more people, not a lot, but like you get the idea. And then I don't know. I don't really have a low, honestly. Things have just been going really great. So yeah.
That's good.
That's good.
Okay, Maddie.
All right. So I'm just gonna say 2 highs because there's too many lows to count. So so okay. So next week is Thanksgiving break, or is it next week? Yeah, it's next week.
It's next week.
Well, that's still pretty close for me. So also, Biden got elected. I know that wasn't this week, but that's still pretty close, and that's really good.
That was so fun. Like that Saturday morning was a good day.
It was,
It was a good day.
Yep.
It was also Halloween.
No, it wasn't. It was November 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Girl,
really...
you have no concept of time.
Okay, that was unnecessarily rude, but okay.
Apparently does Jenais, because you woke up kind of late today.
Yeah, I will admit that.
Or like, yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you guys wake up early on the weekends?
No.
Early on the weekends?
No.
No, sorry. Why did I say that?
Jenais.
I don't think 2:15 p.m. is early, in my opinion.
No, I don't. I really meant to say no. I don't know why. Okay, why is it silent? This is not gonna work. Silent. This is not gonna work.
I'm gonna move on.
Julie's turn.
Okay, no one's gonna bring anything up. Okay, on to today's topic, finding personality. Oh, this is deep. Okay, well, who wants to start? Does anyone have anything?
I will start. I would like to start off by saying that finding your personality in your brain and you're like, oh yeah, I got my personality and I know exactly what it is. No. It takes time.
Yeah, I agree to that. So, like, when you're young, you just really want to fit in, and you don't really think about, like, who you truly are. You just kind of go along with the crowd and don't get out of your comfort zone. But that starts to change when you grow older and you start to experiment with different things or just, like, try new things and getting out of your comfort zone. So, that's when you start to find your personality. And for me, I'm still not quite sure what it is, but
Oh, I see. Yeah, everyone's at their own pace of life.
yeah, I'm just kind of taking it calmly. So, anyone else have anything to say? Or, like, do you guys know if you've already figured it out or if you want to?
Yes.
Yeah?
I would say that over quarantine, I was unavoidable, but like self-discovery because like you spend a lot of alone time. Because but I guess
alone time.
no. Oh my god, no. I mean like because you don't interact with people as often as you did before quarantine. So
Yeah.
before quarantine. So
Yeah, I get you.
yeah, when I was at like school, not this school, but like my old school, I was influenced to be like other people because people would like you would get bullied if you weren't like other people, so you felt like you had to change your personality to be like them. But
Oh yeah, I think me and Jenais had like similar upbringings.
yeah.
Like we both were the only child and we both struggled to fit in with the rest of our cohort, so
Yeah, that's why I
until we
really
left.
like. I really like
I'm
having
still
a
here.
brother because, like, my brother kind of lives the life before I do, and he gives me lots of advice and tricks and things not to do, things to do. So I really
Oh yeah, that's nice.
appreciate his company. For you guys, on the other hand, being a single child, how is that? Like, do you guys get bored often?
Yes.
Yes.
God, it's really boring sometimes. But sometimes you're like glad that you don't have any siblings. Sometimes you're like glad that you don't have any siblings.
No, you're not. Well, no,
Well,
I'm not. Like,
oh.
I think what you do is you spend more time, like, I guess, like, on social media and stuff rather than interacting with your sibling. Like, the time you would spend interacting with your brother is the time, like, we would spend on, like, social media or, like, talking.
Sometimes,
I
like,
think
just to
when I was
reflect.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
when I was younger, it was the worst thing, but I think now that I'm older, I value the time more.
Yeah.
Because I think Julie and Marielle, you both have siblings.
Yeah, I have a brother.
Yes.
Do you know? I think one thing.
I only have
I've
one
noticed
brother.
from having a brother is, I don't know. This is just what I've noticed, but like, I think I'm less influenced with social media because I mean I have a sibling, so I don't.
That's good.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
feel
I'm
that too.
a lot less influenced. Like I guess when I see something on social media, I'm just like, ah, whatever. I think another thing is with some like I don't know. I can have like different conversations than like some people could, only because like I have a brother. Like I'm talking to like a guy, like a boy, like the time that I'm here at home, so it's different than like it's weird. It's weird to explain, but like it opens you up to like different things. So I don't know. That's cool.
And like
That's
part of
good.
the reason why I'm not very like I would guess I would like you'd call it girly, like is because I spend a lot of time with my brother ever since we were very young. We'd go outside and we'd play an old fridge, and we had the fridge outside for a while, so we climbed on top and we're like pretending to shoot imposters from there. And
Oh my gosh, she did Among Us before Among Us was even a thing.
Oh my god.
So like I did a lot of things that he wanted to do, and I really had fun doing them, but I just kind of went along with him. So, like, since I was young, I didn't really do many things with, like, girly things, like go with my mom to paint my nails to the salon, or like do
Wow.
that stuff, you know? So
I think that's cool.
It is cool,
Especially, yeah, because I think since I am the only child, I have both like a boyish side and a girly side. Like
yeah.
I will play Call of Duty, but I will also paint my nails and do my hair and makeup, you know?
Call of Duty?
You play Call of Duty?
I used to, okay? I
I
used
used
to.
to as well. I used to
Good
play
It
with my
was
game.
brother.
fun
I can't see you doing
because
that, but that's cool.
I would play it with my godbrothers because like
Oh,
yeah, when my parents would
Godbrothers?
work. Yeah, when my
yeah.
parents would work, fun fact. When my parents were busy working, they would drop me off at my godparents' house, and then they had sons, and they did not have any girls that were in the house. So I was always with guys.
Aw.
And they played Call of Duty, they played with their friends, and I just followed them, just like Maddie did with her brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have since then stopped playing video games.
Aw.
But I definitely went through a
Among
phase
Us is
with video
crying.
games.
I mean, I used to in elementary school, since the girls were always the ones that were problematic and toxic. So I used to just play with the boys because it wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like, you would fall or you would hit them and they'd be like, okay, and then you would just keep playing. So it was, I guess I could say I developed I used to play football with the boys, and it was very fun. So I developed I guess a tough side, I guess. Yeah.
Understand that everything you do that's fun is like when you were younger, you have this certain image of it, and if you do it and you enjoyed it, then you will like that, like no matter like who you're around when you grow older, because it's just something that you liked the first time you did, and then you just want to continue doing it.
Yeah.
I was probably a little off topic, but like not really at the same time. So I guess with like personality, I think I found my personality because of quarantine. But I found it by not trying to find it. That's the thing. If you want to really find it, no, it sounds like really bad advice, but it works.
No, it's good. Yeah.
No,
It works. The thing is, if you try too hard, if you really try too hard, you're gonna drive yourself crazy. I drove myself crazy.
yeah.
It backfires bad, and just don't try. And I don't know, just it's so cheesy, but it's true. It's so cheesy, but it's true. Just like be yourself, whatever yourself means. You know, if you have like your like alter ego or whatever, you gotta express it. You know, because that's still part of you. I don't know, just
That's like a very cool piece of advice. Oh, someone's entering my house, so that's why there's like a beeping in the background. So
oh,
I'll talk.
I guess
Oh,
I guess
Okay, I guess
all
I'll
I
go
have to
then.
say is expose yourself to as much. If you really haven't found your personality yet, you gotta expose yourself to as much people as you can. You can't just stay confined with like the same people all the time. It's not gonna get you anywhere, and
Yep.
it's not gonna do any good for you or anyone else. It's not gonna do any good for you or anyone else. You gotta expose yourself. You gotta just find more friends. You can still be friends with them, but you gotta just open up your circle a little bit. At least that's what I did, and I think it benefited me a lot because different people and yeah.
And I want to add one more
Oh,
thing
sorry.
before we move on. Sorry. Julie, you said that you think you found your personality. So what would you describe it as?
I don't know, like, okay, that's hard, but like, I guess, I think I can say I found it only because I'm not wondering anymore, like, who am I gonna be now? I'm just like me. I think that's
Yeah.
how you probably found it, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
I think I also found my personality during quarantine because, like you said, I did expose myself to more people, and I also just stopped caring what thought. Like, I know it sounds so like basic, but it's really it's like essential. Like, if you just stop caring every waking moment about what people think about what you do, then you really can just become whoever you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you stop trying. I think Julie gave like not trying and just being yourself, and I think your experiences contribute to finding your personality.
For sure.
Because how you react to things really says a lot about you.
But
Yeah.
the other thing is that I guess a lot of people don't realize is sometimes, and I don't know, this could be me, probably not. I don't think so, but you never know. Could be me, probably not. I don't think so, but you never know. Sometimes you think you found your personality, but you really didn't. Like that happened to me. Honestly, that happened to me way earlier this year, like early 2020. I was so confident with who I am, and then I don't know, it just I don't know, it sounds weird, but I just got like tired of myself. This isn't me, you know? And I thought I found myself, but in reality I was like, this isn't me. This is like, even other people were like, you're not yourself, like, you know. And I'm not really gonna get too into that, but basically, you know, it's okay to be wrong. If you're wrong, it's okay, and sometimes being wrong is for the better. And a different person, as long as it betters you, then that's okay.
Yeah.
And but it's okay to be wrong. You can be wrong like multiple times, 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's just another way to get there. So I don't know. I could be
Yes.
wrong now, but I don't think so. But
There's this quote there's a quote with what you said reminded me of, and it was, a mistake that makes a person humble is better than an achievement that makes someone arrogant.
That's true. Mm-hmm. That is really true. Yeah.
oh yeah, I don't
that's
know.
true.
Arrogance is like a pet peeve of mine. I don't know. It's annoying.
Also, like nowadays, like, well, actually back then, when prizes or awards were given, it was just for like first place, and then they started doing first, second, and third place, and now they have like first to 10th place, so it kind of just decreases the self-esteem of other people, but they're trying to get everyone in, and it just kind of blends the first place into the 10th place, and it's like, why give an award to someone who didn't try as hard as first place, you know, because it's so far back that now it's kind of like everyone who's in the contest or anything, and that kind of has to do,
Participation trophies.
yeah,
Oh my gosh, participation trophies.
and that sometimes gives people more self-esteem than they need, and then they rub it into other people's faces, and it has a lot to do with their personality. So
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Actually, with that, when it comes to like trophies like that, I would have forever, and those tournaments are huge. They're so big. So getting 30th place, it's actually something you can brag about. Honestly, I think it just really depends on the context. But like with some of these chess tournaments, if someone's like, "Hey, I got 30th place," that's actually something to celebrate for, especially depending on the
well,
category.
I understand.
Especially depending on the
Well,
category.
I understand. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like whatever place you got, there's something to celebrate. But I'm saying the first, second, and third place should be more like awarded. They should really stand out above everyone else because they're first, second, and third place. Like 30th place is like really amazing out of a 30th place is like really amazing out of a million people. But first, second, and third is like way better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's what chess tournaments. I don't know. That chess tournaments really put a big mark in me. After so many tournaments, it really changed me.
What are you doing? Oh my god.
Maddie, what are you doing? I had to mute her in the middle of that.
I thought I was muted. What?
What is? Oh my god.
It's because you said
Sorry.
that. It's because you said that we skipped you, so I'm like, Maddie, you're on mute. So I unmuted you, and then that came up.
Oh,
That's-
I was
that's
on
kind of what
Snapchat.
Oh my.
Focused queen.
Well,
Tweet?
y'all, I'm sorry. I thought y'all skipped me completely, so I was just like
But
doing
we're
whatever.
not
Well, be interactive with the podcast.
Dude, we're not skipping you. We're not taking turns. We're just talking. It's like we don't have an order.
Well, like if I were to give some advice, I'd say something like you can't let other people influence. I'd say something like you can't let other people influence your personality. Like,
Yes.
like sometimes peer pressure is a big part of it, and it causes you to act differently in certain circumstances. And it has happened to me for like a lot of times. A lot of times, yeah.
Wait, can you explain yourself?
No, it's not. It's just like with you guys, I feel like I could be more. It sounds so cringe, but like I could be my actual self. But you know, when you first meet people, you have like you're obliged to act nicer or be more polite. And maybe that's not who you really are. Maybe you're just like, you know, maybe that's not who you really are. Maybe you're just like, you know.
Oh my gosh, yes. I feel like I have like a protective shield whenever I first meet people. I'm like, hi!
Yeah, that's a really really good point.
God, that silence.
You know what?
When I first meet,
there's a type of peer pressure that really isn't talked about, and it's when you're forced to be friends with someone. Yeah, it's a
So are you trying to tell us something, Julie, or what? I'm kidding.
I never really like forced to be friends with someone.
Kidding.
No, not at all. No, with y'all, cool, but like.
Oh, we know, Julie. I'm kidding.
We're starting some beef here.
Hey, I've been on Discord for too long, but no, it's cause no, I'm on like. Okay, I've been on Discord for like too many. I'm on too many Discord servers, but it's because there's just one server, and like I don't know, cause it's not huge, but it's not really small. But like I don't know, two people. I don't know. There's some people that seem like they're forced to be with each other just so the server doesn't collapse. It's kind of sad, but that happened.
I agree though. Like sorry, keep going.
No, that's pretty much.
Like I think that just because I also think that like for example, sometimes you have like people who you shouldn't be friends with, but you don't realize it until like later, and I think that
until you leave.
No, because I could say that because most of my elementary friendships were like so toxic. But the reason that I didn't want to drop people is just because I'd known them for so long, and I thought if I drop them, then I'm not gonna have anyone to talk to. But I
Oh
think
my
it's
god, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important to drop them because they're more. Yeah, I think it's important to drop them because they're more detrimental to your mental health than if you have no one to talk to, and you'll never have no one to talk to anyway.
But that's honestly really hard. Like the feeling of
I know,
like, you're losing the only people who you have. You know what I'm saying?
Like this is also probably like elementary. I was like in this group. I've always been like in bigger friend groups, but like basically there's me and this other person. We didn't get along at all. We didn't, and that's just how it was. Like there was, like that's just how it was gonna be. We kind of accepted it, but we had to because we had all the same friends in common. So what are they gonna do? Like invite us to two separate events? So now we're getting along better. Yeah, but I mean, but yeah, from a while. At that time, it was like, yeah, we didn't really like each other. From a while. At that time, it was like, yeah, we didn't really like each other. We just couldn't tell anyone that we didn't really want to hang out with each other anymore. Only because we knew that everyone else would get upset. They're like, oh, what about all this time we spent together? Or every time we all hang out, it's all together. And this is like a group of 15 people, by the way. Had to suck it up for like the rest of elementary, and then yeah.
Thank God we all went to middle school, right? I think we all took that leap of faith, but I think I for sure took a leap of faith because when I left elementary, I was one of two people that left to this specific school, and I was not close to that other person, but I still went anyway because I did not like where I was.
I only knew of like 3 or 4 people from my old school that went to the new school, but I would never talk to them, and I only had one friend, and then that's how I met you guys. So
yeah, same though.
That's how I met you guys. So
yeah, same though. Yeah.
I just remember Maddie crashing my birthday party.
Oh my god!
I don't know, and because she was so familiar, because that was in 7th grade, right?
Oh yeah.
She crashed my birthday party, and like I was completely fine with it because like everyone's welcome in my party. Nah, that's cool. It's cool. We are over that. Plus, I've learned a lot. Anyways. Yeah, no, there definitely was a lot of people now that I'm looking back on it, but because Marielle was a familiar face, I did not have any classes with her in 7th grade. But in 8th grade, I was in a history grade. I was in a history class with her, and I was not close to anyone else in that class, but she seemed familiar, so I ended up sitting next to her, and then we became friends. So that was pretty cool.
Aww.
Well, because she crashed my birthday party.
Okay, so
God, that silence.
Wait, dude. Should we move on to the motivational quote?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I think we have summed up all of our thoughts regarding finding our personality. So today's motivational coach, Maddie said that, which
You're
I love.
welcome. I'm just
I
kidding.
love how it fit like right into the theme of what we were saying. But yes, wise words by Maddie.
Dang, Maddie's an influencer now.
Yes. You can just call me Liza Koshy.
Yes, sure.
Okay, so that concludes today's episode. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and a special thanks to those keeping up with our Instagram. We hope to keep interacting with our audience, and feel free to email questions, topics, or comments at hearusoutthetepodcast@gmail.com, or DM us on Instagram at hearusOut.official. Thanks, bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Adios.